our low moments are actually great. I think temporary failure is necessary for our success.
Hey Limitless Nation, today you're in for a real treat. Today you get to learn from Brandon T. Adams. Brandon Adams is an Emmy Award Winning Producer, the host of a TV series Success is in Your City. He is also a podcaster, speaker, inventor, author, advisor, and crowdfunding expert. He has released over 400 episodes of his own show called Live to Grind Podcast, and has written the book, The Road to Success. Brandon's mission in life is to help and inspire as many people as possible to become successful in life and in business and live a limitless life without fear for the future. In today's masterclass, you are going to learn directly from the master himself, Brandon T. Adams. Let's dive into it.
Before you dive into today's masterclass session, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the button below. It allows you to receive notification bell every single time we provide you with the content that allows you to live a limitless life. Now, if you want to go deeper on learning on how you can hunt your future, make sure you download our masterclass session at huntyourfuture.com. It allows you to know exactly what you need to do to hunt your future. Plus, we are also going to share with you tips and tricks on what you need to do to live a limitless life starting from today's forward. Now, let's dive into today's masterclass sessions.
Hey, welcome, Brandon T. Adams.
Hey, thanks for having me, Donovan. I'm excited to jump into the show today.
Absolutely. You're most welcome, and I'm excited to have you here as well. We start each and every single interview with a limitless quote. So do you have something that you say or think to yourself each and every day that helps motivate you to get to that next level and keep moving forward?
100%. I love this question. So the quote I say every single day by Napoleon Hill is, whatever the mind conceives and believes, the mind achieves. And then add to that, whatever you think about the most is what you become. So in the mirror, I say to myself, Brandon, whatever the mind conceives and believes, the mind achieves, and whatever you think about the most is what you become. I truly believe that.
I agree with that as well. And that's setting yourself up for success because you're starting your day out on a positive note.
100%. Affirmations is how you start your day will decide how the rest of your day goes. So you got to start with positive affirmations and attitude.
You got it. You got it. Taking a slight step back from the positivity field, can you share with the Limitless Nation a challenge, a setback, a failure, or just an obstacle that you've had to either go through, around, above to get to where you are now?
Do we got all day? No, I've been through a lot. It's, I think back, and one of the big ones I had was an obstacle I had in 2015. I went to go start a company, and going into the city, I moved to my girlfriend at the time, now wife. I told her to quit her full-time job and join me to start a company, and it was called Adams Product Innovation. So we went there, and I had $750,000 of investment lined up. We got there. We had the office picked out, everything. Last minute, I turned down the money, and we didn't move forward with the company for my own reasons. And we went from thinking we're gonna have this money and start this company to not having any money and wondering how the hell we were gonna pay for rent. And so that forced me into rock bottom to realize, okay, I gotta figure something out. So that when I found out, when you hit rock bottom and you get put in a position where you have to, it's do or die, I figured it out. And I was forced to, for one, go into the crowdfunding space. And that's what ultimately led me to everything I do today. So yeah, it's, if you are at your darkest, lowest moment, know that there's only one place to go, and that's up, and figure out, learn, what can you learn from this situation? Because I've had so many great lessons from my darkest times that have helped me get to my brightest times.
I agree. And speaking of lessons, we call it here an aha moment. So what was that, would you say, exact moment that everything just shifted into place where you were able to go from, I'm not going to say massively in debt, but you were really between a rock and a hard spot to where you are now?
Yeah, I mean, where my aha moment came is after that moment happened, I went into do a crowdfunding campaign. And while doing that campaign, I realized that, I had raised the money I needed to at that time, but I realized that it was really hard. And I realized there was a lot of people out there that need help with fundraising. So I saw an opportunity to become the expert in that space. And so I spent the next year and a half becoming the king of crowdfunding, becoming the expert. I ended up writing a book on it, going on TV. And so that moment led me to becoming the crowdfunding expert. But that is what led me to my endeavor that I do now. So crowdfunding led me to producing video content and creating videos and producing TV shows. So it was like the domino effect. I had to have that low moment that led me, forced me to crowdfunding. And crowdfunding led me into realizing, like the big part of crowdfunding was creating a video. And I really liked doing video. So then I created a media company. So a couple aha moments that happened there, but it all led from my lowest moment. I believe we all have our moment that really turns us into somebody that we can become. Our low moments are actually great. I think temporary failure is necessary for our success.
I agree. So what you're saying is you found yourself between a rock and a hard spot, and then you found a way out of no way to realize you found a need in the marketplace.
Yes.
You went into crowdfunding, and then you found and just went with the flow, and then it led you to where you are now. And in speaking of where you are now, what are you working on now?
Hope you enjoyed the masterclass session so far. Before we get into the second half of the session itself, it is very crucial for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I really don't want you to miss out on another masterclass where I'm going to share with you what other expert celebrities, Fortune 5000 companies do to become successful and live a limitless life. So make sure you subscribe right now, and every single time we upload a new video, you will receive a notification bell. This allows you to enjoy the masterclass on the regular basis. So make sure you subscribe right now. Well, as you are ready, let's get into the second half of the masterclass session.
Yes. So I travel the country. I do a lot of speaking. I create TV shows of my own, and I do daily video content on social media. And I never know where I'm going to be. I was in DC last week. Got some events I'm doing here in Minneapolis here, but I'll be in Canada next month. I'll be in Florida. I'll be in all kinds of different cities. And whether it's doing training or speaking or filming content, and that's what I love focusing on now. It's so much fun, and I think video itself or storytelling. I mean, video tells a great story. It's the best way to share a message. It's the best way to make an impact in the world.
I agree. Now, where can the Limitless Nation viewers and listeners go to learn more about the exciting adventures that you're doing, where you're going to be, how to connect with you, and just say hi?
Yeah, well, hey, I'm all over social media. People want to follow me. My handle is Brandon T. Adams. Or if they want to check out my TV show and book, they can go to successinyourcity.com. I'm pretty accessible. Literally DM me, message me, and I'll conversate and reply back.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for sharing that information.
Thank you.
As you have been on this journey and finding your limitless self now, what would you say is something that was holding you back from becoming really limitless?
There's a few things I think holding me back. For one, I was always trying to prove something to other people. And I think it led from my childhood being bullied. And so I wanted to always prove I was worthy. And that ultimately led me to finding success. But when I had reached my success goals, I felt unfulfilled, and I was always searching for something else. So once I realized that, hey, I'm enough and I am a success where I stand, that really helped me with being happier with my journey and really enjoying the journey. And then also just on my journey, enjoying the little wins along the way, and also being smarter, I'll tell you, for money-wise, in terms of running companies. I used to spend it as quick as I got it, and my accounting wasn't the best, so I didn't really structure in terms of how I allocated the money and growth. So I definitely learned from that, and now I'm very strategic on how I spend my money, invest my money, and for marketing wise. And that took me making a lot of money, losing a lot of money to really experience that, losing a lot of money. And again, it goes back to our temporary defeats, our failures are a lesson in disguise, a success in disguise, and they teach us something that can help us in the future to become more successful and prepare for that big obstacle we face in the future.
I agree. And speaking of lessons, and with you and your influence and impacting many, many different people, you've obviously talked to a lot of different people. What would you say is the biggest, best singular piece of advice that you yourself have received that you can now pass on to the Limitless Nation?
There's a couple. One, it kind of goes into that quote. And it comes from the book Think and Grow Rich. Whatever the mind conceives and believes, the mind achieves. And where I say, whatever you think about, the most what you become. Think about what do you think about on a daily basis? What goes in your mind? If you think negative thoughts, you're going to get negative results. If you think positive thoughts, affirmations, you're going to get positive results. So make sure you're focusing on the right things. Put your thoughts and energy towards the positive side and also towards your goals, and also being around people that are positive. Because if you're around people that are negative, that will have an influence on your mind and how you react. So surround yourself with people ultimately that will support you, but also have already achieved what you want to achieve. So you can learn from them. You can get to the final finish line with their guidance. So that's a big thing, honestly. Like, your thoughts become things. So be sure you think wisely and you think positively every single day.
I agree. And that helps you have a clear mind. It impacts every area of your life, and it impacts the people who are around you.
100%. And it's, people want to be around a pleasing personality. They want to be around people that are positive. They don't want to be around a negative Nancy, and it just doesn't do good for anyone. So surround yourself with the right people and get the negativity out of your life.
Right. And in saying positivity, can you tell me in one sentence, what are you thankful for today?
It's a good one. In one sentence, I am thankful for the opportunities that come to me and my ability to communicate to the world and being around the people that I love and I enjoy working with. I'm very thankful for that.
I agree. And that's a great thing to be thankful for. Now, with you being where you're at in your success journey or limitless journey, what are some habits or rituals that you have adapted into your life that have helped you maintain this limitless life?
Yes, there's a few things. One, exercise is key. Whether you're like me and you go to the gym and work out, or you run, or you walk, or sports, whatever it is, exercise is key. How my day works is I work out 6 to 7 days a week. I wake up at 5 a.m. I go to the gym, or if I'm going to yoga class, I work out for an hour. When I get done after doing that, what I do is because of the gym I have, they have a cold pool. So I'll go to the steam room and I'll do that. I'll go to a cold pool and it's like 50 degrees. It's really cold. And then I go to a hot tub, which I go from cold to hot. It jolts me. And then I end on a cold pool. I do 5 to 10 minutes. And it's actually studies proven that it helps with your mind. It helps with recovery quicker. It fights sickness. There's so many benefits to it. It helps with blood flow. And so after that, I go home. I read for, it depends. I'll read for 30 to 45 minutes, and I'll just do things that are for me. It's all for my own learning. I will go over my goals, and then I'll get shower for the day, and then I start my day. So that's how I start my days. Your whole day, how you start it will decide the rest of the day. And so priming that, and then I have my things that I do out throughout the day. So my schedule, the things I want to accomplish. And then I do fast, by the way. I don't eat until between noon and like 3 p.m. I'll eat. I'll be done by 8:30. That's helped with mental and performance. And then I try to get to bed by 10:30, 11. And I always think about my goals for the next day, and then I do it all over again. So those are my big things. I forgot to add in there, I do the mindset, the affirmations. Every day I have this mantra I'll say it in front of the mirror, and I'm putting into my subconscious what I am and what I've become and what I'm going to become. It's all back to the mindset and priming your day and putting yourself in a position to crush your day. And I think you don't have to follow my exact procedure, but find your own procedure that works. I think fitness and activity is one of the biggest things, because what it does, it helps up here. It does make you feel good and look good, but it's mental. So do that, and you'll have a lot more creativity, a lot more success in all areas of your life.
I agree. And that is a powerful formula that definitely works. Now, let's just say one day you come home from traveling and you go into your library and you realize that there's no books in your library.
Yeah.
You start to freak out. You look at your phone, you realize that there's almost no money in your bank account. But there's enough money to buy one book. It can be any book, but only one book.
Yeah.
What is the first book you would buy?
Yeah, I mean, the book I'm the number one preacher of it. It's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's wrote in 1937. It's made more millionaires than any other book out there. The book, the 13 principles in the book literally teach you how to have success in any area of your life, whether it's making money, finding love, finding success in any area of your life, and how to live your life happily. That book all day. I don't think there's a better book that I would buy.
I agree with that. Now, also in another scenario, if let's say you had the ability to travel back in time to possibly when you were in a difficult situation, another challenge, or just about coming from a setback or failure, what would you say to the younger version of yourself?
Yeah, for the younger version of myself, I would say just keep doing things, leading without fear, and know that in the time as a kid, like you're going to get bullied and it's going to feel like life sucks, but honestly, it's going to form you into the best person you could ever be. And just try so many things, like go out there and try a bunch of different things. And I guess if I want to look at my teenage years, I would have told myself not to get a girlfriend and that girl's not going to be the girl you marry. If I really want to look at my high school advice, but yeah, just try a bunch of things and go without fear. And life is short. Enjoy the journey.
I agree. Life is short. You got to enjoy the journey, but also keep a positive tint on everything and keep moving forward.
Amen to that.
Now, can you tell us again where the Limitless Nation viewers and listeners can go to learn more about you, what you have going on, the projects that you're working on, as well as how to connect with you and just say hi?
Yeah. I mean, all social media, Brandon T. Adams. I'm at Brandon T. Adams. I love Instagram. I'm creating daily video content, putting out motivation and value. And if you want to join my email list or check out, we have a book called The Road to Success, or watch our TV series, Success in Your City. My wife is my co-host. She looks way better than me. She's like the attractive one of the two. And so you can go to successinyourcity.com, check out our show, check out everything we have to offer. And I'm in a different city all the time. So who knows? Maybe I'll be coming to a city near you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very, very, very much for your time, Brandon.
Thank you so much, man. I loved being on the show.
I'm sure that the Limitless Nation has been inspired by your story. I know that I have been blown away by the sheer tenacity that you've taken on in life, because you went from being bullied at a young age, you went from being literally between a rock and a hard spot in a really difficult situation to finding a way to give value, to becoming person who gives value and is impacting so many different people's lives for a positive way, because you're not keeping all that success to yourself. You're actually giving that information and success principles to other people so that they also can get to that next level in their life. And until next time, this is Donovan saying, stay limitless.
Well, that's a wrap. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the word subscribe. And if you want to go deeper on learning on what you need to do to hunt your future, make sure you watch the interview that I've done with Donovan on what you need to do to hunt your future on every aspect of your being. This allows you to live a limitless life on every aspect of your life, starting from today's forward. Plus, you are going to receive tips and tricks on what you need to do to tackle your day, tackle your challenges on every situation, every single time. So go ahead and download it right now, and until then, stay limitless forever.